Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a bunch of stuff, tech stuff to talk about with you guys. I figure Black Friday's coming up, and it's a good time for people to pick up, their tech accessories and stuff like that. I just happen to have some stuff in from companies and stuff I bought, and I thought I would just share it with you. So, yeah. Hit me in the comments with any questions. I apologize in advance for any shaky camera work. I am getting a new desk arm mount that I broke mine, and I'm just kind of I jerry-rigged this together for today. So I apologize in advance. Yeah, so let's talk about it. I got some stuff here from Apple. I have stuff from Rolling Square, one of my favorite companies that kind of sponsors the channel. I have something from Ugreen here. And then I did want to talk about something from Anchor. I don't have it to show you, but yeah. So this might help you pick some stuff out if you're trying to stocking stuffer shop, or get some stuff for your wife or your husband for Christmas. And Black Friday's obviously going to be in a couple of days, so makes sense. I'll put links to all this stuff. I got a lot of it on Amazon. The Rolling Square stuff you can get on their website, and I have a big discount code, LeftyEDC20, saves you 20% off on their site, which is fantastic. They have so many good things we'll talk about. So anyway, the first one is these AirTags. So I have actually been rocking a Rolling Square tracking card for years now that they sent me. This is the original one, and they sent me their updated version, which doesn't have this glass. And I took this one. This is their tracker card. So it's kind of like an AirTag. It has Find My for Apple. They also have an Android version now. And the only downside is it doesn't have precise location. So you can't track it down to like the exact inch. You can only track it down to like, okay, it's in this house. You know what I mean? Or it's in this place, and that'll help you locate the thing. But I was using this for my daughter, so I put this in her backpack. She started kindergarten this year, and I thought it'd be a good idea to have that because she was taking the bus for the first time. She takes it home, and I just thought, having this in there is nice. Sometimes we don't know when she's going to get here because they keep changing the bus driver and who's driving the bus, and it's all this stuff. So sometimes we're like, man, it's like 10 minutes past when she normally gets here, and I'll be able to check, and I'll be like, oh, it says she was at this corner 7 minutes ago, so they should be here soon. It's just a helpful thing. I feel like most people these days are putting an AirTag or something in their kids' stuff when it comes to school and just in general. I guess it's a thing now. So that's what I was using it for. And tonight I mentioned that I wanted to grab it for this video. And she gave it to me and was like, yeah, it broke. And I was like, when did it break? Like, you didn't tell me this, whatever. And I'm like, there's like, it's shattered here. It doesn't seem sharp, but I was worried it could have broke her, or there's like a piece of plastic or glass in her bag or something. So anyway, this original version, maybe not the best when it comes to that for kids. But I upgraded to the AirTag. Now, they do have a new version of this. Let me show you. Okay, so it's in my sort of travel tech case where I keep all this stuff. This comes in handy. It's got a USB-C and a USB-A, and then it's also a wall adapter if you want to use it, 65 watt. But then you can plug it into this cord, and now you have an extension to plug into the wall instead. Gives you a little extra length. I have some USB-C to C cords, some adapters, and then here is that air card. I also keep this docking station or hub in here. I did buy a new one the other day, And I immediately returned it because it just felt cheap. It was from Dock Case. I thought it looked cool. It had like a screen on it and shit, gave you the wattage and stuff, but it just felt cheap. And it actually only had like USB-A, a C, and an Ethernet. You know, and I wanted to have the SD reader. It looks like I have a card stuck in here. How old is it? What is this? 32 gigs. I don't even know what that's from. But yeah, it has an SD reader, HDMI, and this has actually come in handy a bunch of times. But I wanted a new one of these because I updated my internet to 2 gigs. We had a gigabyte, which should be plenty, honestly. But I wanted to get a wire connection up here because I had an issue with a live stream recently. So I did that. I got a new router and all this shit, and then I got an extender up here, and I can run an Ethernet off of that. So that's my plan for live streams. So I will need something like this, and that's where that Ugreen item is going to come in handy. But most of these docks, they can only handle 1 gigabyte anyway for internet. So you got to make sure when you're buying these that you're getting the appropriate speeds. This is a little travel adapter that I got as well. Used this in Europe when I went to visit my brother. Really handy. But let me get back to this air card, since that was the point here, Kev. So the cool thing about the air card is it also acts as a business card. You can see this one, they drop the glass look, and it's just plastic. They make it for Android as well. This one you can replace the battery in. There's just a lot of cool stuff going on here. I think you can replace the battery. Am I crazy? Maybe that was... I could be wrong about that. Sorry. They have another one that's like a little key fob, and maybe that's the one where you can replace the battery. But anyway, this is the AirCard Pro. You can scan this, and it's a digital business card. So if you want to scan it, you can give me a call, basically. And you have an on-off, so you can preserve the battery, which is nice. I think right now it is off. Hold it down. See, that'll turn it on. Or off if I had it on. Let's see. Should be lighting up or something. I don't know. Maybe the battery died on this too. But that one lasted, that one still works, actually. This one I haven't really used much. I've only had one trip. So, I got to see. But anyway, the reason to, unfortunately, not buy this, I love Rolling Square, but the reason not to buy this, unless you really need the business card feature, which is nice, is you don't get that precise location. And that's the thing that I personally really want, especially when it comes to my kids. Luggage too, obviously, it's important, but mostly with my kids, I obviously want to know exactly where they are, not just a ballpark. So I bought was it a 4-pack of these, I think? Yep, bought a 4-pack of AirTags. If you guys know what they are, you know what they are. I actually have never handled one before. So they're just these little pucks, basically. And you can put them in things and then track the shit out of them. That's basically the concept. And I'm down for that. I think that's a cool way to do it. A lot of people put them in their luggage. A lot of people put them... Oh, that... I see. That turned it on. Cool. That let the battery go off. And I'm sure there's a way to replace the battery. I think you can probably unscrew this or something. But they're very cheap. They're like $20 or something for one of these. I think I paid $64 and I got 4. It says pull tab when ready to use, hold near device, and follow on-screen instructions. I'm not going to do that right now. I showed in my AirCard videos, I showed how to set those up. It's going to be the same thing, except it'll be an Apple device and not other, I guess. But yeah, really cool. People put them in their like kids' shoes. They make shoes now where they have a slot for these, which is kind of crazy, honestly. But you know, it says ultra wideband IP67 Apple Inc. AirTag Find My NFC Bluetooth LE. So lots of stuff going on there. It's just a little white button. Now, I got these on Amazon to put them in because they are just literally this thing. So I got these, which I have no idea the quality or anything. They were pretty cheap on Amazon. I don't need it to be fancy, but basically I'll show you some O-rings here. Looks like maybe extras. You use this screwdriver that they include, which is kind of cool. I'll probably use the screwdriver, if you know what I mean. So this is going to be for my daughter, so I'm going to go pink. She'll probably appreciate that. At least this first one will be for her. And you just take your driver and unscrew this guy here. And then it's going to come apart. And I guess they have that screw so that somebody can't take it. Because what you do is you pop this in. Let me see which way. Probably this way. Yep. And you shut it. And then you tighten this down. Now, what you can do is put this cable, right? You put this around something. Like maybe I'll put it around a strap on her backpack or something. And then when you screw this down, you're locking that in place. Now, yes, this is plastic. Somebody could, you know, figure out how to cut this or rip it off, whatever. But it's going to be harder to take than it just falling out of her bag like that AirCard would, right? So there's a little added protection there, which I think is kind of cool, honestly. And they have a bunch of different versions of these on Amazon. They're all dirt cheap. I'm sure you can get expensive ones from Belkin if you want to. But that's the AirTags. So I thought I'd show you guys those. I'll link them on Amazon if you're interested, or you can get them wherever you want. Just something I was picking up that I wanted to show you. Now this is from Ugreen, and this is a dedicated Ethernet adapter. So I just bought a new MacBook. My MacBook Pro, I loved my MacBook Pro, but I made a fatal mistake when I bought it, and it was actually the second one I bought. So I bought one like 5 years ago when I started the channel pretty much. I bought one to help me with editing and stuff, and just to transfer the videos to and then upload. It's way easier to upload a video from a computer than it is from a phone. So like the first, I think 6 months of the channel maybe, I used just my phone, and it was a nightmare. Especially back then, because I had like 250 gigs or 128 gigs, and you know, my storage would fill up all the time, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I got a MacBook, and I made the mistake of getting an 8 gigabyte RAM MacBook. But I got a MacBook Pro, so I was like, this is going to be awesome, right? Well, after a while, I realized whenever I did have to edit videos, it would lag a lot. And I'd get this like spinning rainbow circle, and it would just kind of freeze up for a while. And if I didn't have enough storage on there, because I only had like 256 gigs on that MacBook Pro, it would cause a bunch of issues too, because it would start uploading shit to iCloud that I needed. And then I'd have to like try to re-download it. It would try to upload something else because I was out of storage. So after about a year, I bought another MacBook Pro, and that's where I really made the mistake. I didn't realize it was the RAM. I just thought it was the storage. So I bought another MacBook Pro with 8 gigs of RAM, and this time 512 gigs of storage. And that's the MacBook I've had for like 3 years now. And Same thing. I love it, but occasionally, if I work it too hard, which is rare because I don't edit a lot. But if you guys have been following the channel, I've been doing more like gun content, firearm content, and I do happen to edit more with those. I put videos together. I have to put in like text and shit. It's just a little bit more editing. It's nothing crazy. But I always film in 4K and I upload in 4K. So I had the same problems. And so this time I did a little research and I realized I need better RAM. So I bought a new MacBook Pro with 24 gigs of RAM and a terabyte of storage. So I should be good to go now and future-proofed for a little while. So I'm hoping I can hang on to this one for at least 5 years. I had to spend a little bit more, like double basically. Instead of 1,100, it was like 22, right? But I'm hoping it lasts longer and does the job. So to go along with that, because I upgraded my internet to 2 gigs, I figure why not try to actually get 2 gigs? Because it seems like no matter what my upload speed is, like I can get my upload speed up on Wi-Fi up to like 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7, 800 megabits per second, and YouTube still seems to upload slow. Now, slow for me is like it takes 5 minutes to upload a video or 10 minutes. I want it to upload in like 2 minutes because I used to be able to do that. So I figure if I hardline in and I have 2 gigs, I should be good. So that's why I bought this. I returned that dock case hub and I got this Ugreen just Ethernet adapter basically. Now this can do 5 gigabytes per second of wired internet. And that's the main reason I got it, because if you look on Amazon, 99% of the adapters you see are 1 gig internet adapters. So that is why I wanted this one. It's got a cooling fan, an aluminum housing, because I guess when you're doing 5 gigs, it's cooking with gas. I don't know. And it's just a USB-C adapter. So it should come in handy. I mean, for the most part, the only reason I ever used the hub that I have was to plug in, and then I would take a USB-C, right, so that I would get pass-through power, and then I would plug in Ethernet. You know, that's why I got it at my old house. I would plug in. And, you know, sometimes I've needed, like at my day job, I've needed the HDMI a couple times or whatever. And that SD card slot, I guess I needed once. But, you know, I don't think I really need that all the time, especially not for the channel. This is all I need. So I'll keep that other hub that has seemed to work when needed. And then I'll use this for the channel and get my 2 gigs of internet. So anyway, that's what that's all about. Now, last but not least, Rolling Square, guys. Now, they have a ton of cool tech, a lot of really nice cables. Now, I will say that over time, their cables have become more and more sort of obsolete. They used to be amazing because you would get all these connectors on them. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Jeez. They're a Swiss company, I believe. So these are really cool because of the connectors, right? So you have a lightning here. And yeah, so just the lightning here. And then you pull this out and you have a USB-C under here. And then this is aluminum. It's very well built. I've had some of these for like 3 years, 4 years, and they're still going strong. You can actually remove this piece. If you like wanted to use it on something else, you could use it like as an adapter. But this aluminum will come off. This top part will come off. I'll just show you. You can lift this off and remove it from the USB-C and just use that. So like I have one right over here attached to my desk that I just have the USB-C on. and there's a magnet here, and I just magnetize it to the side of my metal desk, which is nice. You can see the magnet there, and that's so that it can magnetize together like this. But you can take this off and then easily put it back on. It's not a problem. And I've never had it where it gets loose and just starts falling off all the time. It's really well made. I've never had one break, honestly. And then on this side, you have a USB-A and then a USB-C again. So you can go C to C, you can go A to Lightning, you can go A to C, right? And then you can hang it on your keys or hang it on a strap, whatever you want, and then you just magnetize it and it'll close. So you can hang it right here and then lock it in with the lid. Pretty cool. Really nice to have in your keys. Now, or in a bag. I keep one in my travel bag all the time. I'll prove it to you. I kind of have them all over my house, like all over the place. But I should have one in here somewhere. No, maybe I don't. There's no way I don't. I always have those things. I must have it just like in my bag or something. But I assure you, if I went somewhere, I would definitely have one in my bag. Yeah, I don't actually have one in here. Weird. Okay, I am a liar, apparently. By the way, these are the Airfly. I talked about these once. This thing was amazing on the plane. It's the Airfly like Deluxe from 12 South, worth every penny. Basically lets you use your AirPods on the plane. So you just plug this into the TV thing, and then you can use your AirPods instead of having to buy headphones or not listen at all. And then it also came with a charging cord and an adapter. Oh, yeah, look at that. There's even a little lightning adapter. That's not even what I was talking about. I'll show you what I was talking about. Put this all away. In case you're doing international or domestic or whichever one uses this thing, it comes with that adapter too. So, I mean, it covers your bases. And I think it was like $60. You can get cheaper ones, but guys, this deluxe one was amazing. I even watched a movie with my daughter where you can hook up another set of AirPods. You can actually set up two on this, so you could watch a movie with somebody, and it all feeds through there. And it was really stable, never had any issues. It was fantastic. So anyway, I usually have their cables all over the place. They're in my car. But they're becoming obsolete because, I mean, pretty much everything now is USB-C. I get pissed when I get something. Like I got electronic hearing protection for shooting, and it charges via a micro USB. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Micro USB? Who uses that anymore, right? Like, update your shit, please. I got something else like yesterday, and it came with a micro too. It's like retarded. So anyway, less useful nowadays, but still good to have around for that person who still has a lightning charger or a lightning charging phone, or you need a USB-A for something, or you can use it as an adapter or whatever. Very handy to have. And they come in an XL size as well. Excuse me. So this is the 3 meter, which I think is 10 feet. So it comes with this so that you can adhesive this to the side of your desk or a wall or in your car, I don't know, wherever you want to put it. And then you can take the cord and use that magnet to hold it. So it comes with that, so you can kind of mount it where you want, which is really nice. Kind of a nice thought that they threw that in, right? They always come in this kind of rubbery thing. I never know what to do with them afterwards, because I never keep them in there, but it's just hard once you've opened it all to get it back all tight like this and back in here, you know. This one's just black, and then it's going to have the same features. So it's going to have the cap and all of this stuff. Now this one happens to have the USB micro to lightning. Or sorry, USB micro / lightning charger. Where this one just has the lightning. They did away with the micro on the in charge. Or maybe this was first and then they came out with the X. I don't know. One or the other. But this one does have a micro charger. That's the only thing I've ever had break on one of these. And it was only one time. I have like 10 of these. And I've given them away and whatever. And at one time I had the little gap there. It kind of like pinched. And I couldn't use it as a micro anymore. It still worked as a lightning. But it's a pretty good track record if you think about it. And I use these like every day. We have one downstairs in my kitchen that my kid even uses, that we charge iPads with and other stuff. I have one right here at my desk. I have one at my other desk. I have them in my car. I have them in my travel kits. Literally use them nonstop, and they're fantastic. And they're a great company. Good people. And since we're talking about their cords, they have a Kickstarter right now that I didn't know about. And hold on a second. Okay, sorry, my nose is getting all stuffed up. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, they have a Kickstarter going right now for a new cable that they're selling, and it's just a USB-C to C, and they're calling it, you know, like the last cable you'll ever need. I think they call it the X or In Charge Life or something like that, because it has a lifetime guarantee. So basically, if you ever break it, or, you know, I guess if you lost it, I don't know how that works, but they basically say you just send us a picture of it cut it, and then they'll send you a brand new replacement, no questions asked. So they're basically guaranteeing this cable that you're going to buy for life. So if you buy one, you never need to buy another one, I guess. And it's like, you know, it's got braiding, it's got liquid fucking silicone, whatever. It's got like all this shit for protection. And then they have an adapter piece that you can connect multiple cables with. And then they have a splitter too that goes into 2 USB-Cs. So it's got a bunch of different features. And yes, it's just a cable, but it sounds really cool. So I'm hoping they'll send me one to check out once they're available, or I guess I'll buy one. But they have a Kickstarter up right now. I'll put a link to that if you're interested. I don't have an affiliate link or anything for that. I do for their website. Like I said, 20% off, LeftyEDC 20. You could attempt to use that on the Kickstarter or go through the site. I don't know how it would work. But, you know, I just wanted to mention that because that cable looks really cool. So the last thing from them that I have right here is a power bank. I've never tried one of their power banks, so I thought that would be worth doing. So they sent one out to me. Let me open this up. Got the Growler XL, of course. Plastic free, it says on here. They have all kinds of stuff. Check out their website. I actually have checked out a power bank from them before. I lied. I checked out that little one. It was called the Tau. And they made it so it can like hang. It's so small it'll like hang on your keys, and then you can use it to hang your keys up. It's a pretty cool concept. I actually have one in my truck. I use it as a truck charger. Don't know how I'm supposed to open this. Actually, I cut that, so we should be free. We should be free, but we're not free. Let me just yank on this shit. Hold on. Off camera. There we go. All right. So this is a $20,000 1,000 milliamp charger, which is huge, which I appreciate. 20 watt fast charging. Looks like it has a screen up here. A lot of the chargers you see these days are 10,000 milliamp hours, and I really like a lot of 10,000 milliamp chargers. Amazon is just full of dog shit chargers, though, so you really need to be careful. One of the really affordable ones that I highly recommend, and you guys have probably seen this in my videos before, is the Banks charger. So this one actually has 10,000 milliamp hours. It's MagSafe. It has a kickstand. This is an aluminum kickstand. I've had this for years at this point. Works like a charm still, no problem. It's nice and slim, when that's down compared to, having a cheap kickstand that like folds in here and it's plastic like some Anchor. It's got a USB-A, a USB-C, which is like reinforced, and then it's got the little lights here to indicate what's going on. But this charger does not get hot as shit like the Anchor one I have. That's 10,000 milliamp hours as well. It outperforms that Anchor one, and it's like, I don't know, half the price, a third of the price. You can get these on Amazon sometimes. I swear they're like 16 bucks. Like a lot of times they're just 20 bucks or something. This is the best deal in power banks on Amazon, in my opinion. So check it out if you're interested. Banks, I'll link it down below for you. But Rolling Square has a power bank here, and if you look at the size of it, comparatively, yeah, it's bigger. But, and again, I'm sorry about this shaky camera, guys. I'm trying to keep my elbows off the table. It's not that much bigger if you're thinking about like packing it, right? Like, so usually I would put a power bank in here. I keep a 3-in-1 in here. Also something really cool you guys should check out. It's a 3-in-1 charger. This is the Caudabe one. I don't know if I said that right. I tried to reach out to them to send me a new one. They have a new cool looking one. They didn't respond, so I guess they didn't appreciate my review last year. I don't even know if I did one, to be honest. That's probably why they're pissed. But you fold it up like this, basically, and you can put your AirPods down here. You can put your phone up here in nightstand mode, and then you kick this up. Oh, I'm sorry. It actually goes like this. So there's a way to do it. Trust me. There you go. So your phone's here, your watch is here, and your AirPods are here. So it's so cool. And then all you need is one USB-C right there, and it folds down into this, and you can travel with it. So cool. So anyway, I keep one of those in there, and then I take a power bank, and I put it over on this side. And then I have my cords and shit in here. Now, this thing is obnoxiously big. So that is the downside to this. But it just looks cool, so I kind of like it. I might have to scrap it at some point, though, just because of the damn size of it. But that's kind of how I pack out my bag. Now, that's like no different. Or I pack out my tech case. That's almost no different than packing this. Like, yeah, that's a little smaller. But not by much if you're talking about this bag, and what I'm going to carry. So I'm getting basically double the output here. This has 20,000 milliamp hours. Where's the total watt hours? They're not listing those. I really like it when they list total watt hours. But yeah, you can see here, designed in Switzerland, assembled in China. I mean, everything is when it comes to this stuff. But anyway, just to make my point, this is going to be 10,000 milliamp hours, so you can see it on here. Where are you? Capacity, 10,000 milliamp hours, 38.5 watt hours. So this one's probably like 76, 77 watt hours. So you have a USB-C down here, or A, sorry, USB-A. And then you have a PD 20 watt USB-C over here. You have a power switch up here. It's at 78% out of the box, which is pretty nice. This has been sitting on my desk for like 2 months. Been trying to get to this video. I don't think it has any kind of wireless charging. That would be a downside to it. Man, it's even like the size would work for wireless. They should really build in wireless charging on this. But that would be obviously your big downside on this. I'm not a big fan of chargers that don't do wireless charging. That is a benefit here. But I will say, wireless charging is terrible. Even when you get good wattage, like it just doesn't charge anywhere near like a cord does. You can really charge your phone so much faster with a cable. So just to show you, take this, right? Open her up. We're going to take our USB-C and our USB-C like this, okay? We're going to take this side and plug it into our power bank, which hopefully will automatically kick in when I plug this into my phone. So this one is kind of your travel one here. I was trying to connect to the AirTag right now. This one is your travel one. So it's going to be smaller, obviously, which, you know, makes it where you can't do as much. The cable's kind of short, but you can set it up where you can kind of fold it back. I would usually have a longer cable. It's still trying to hit that AirTag. But there we go. We're charging now. It automatically kicks in, and you've got 78%, which means this thing could charge my phone probably at least twice fully, and maybe a little bit more than that. These 10,000 milliamp ones, I feel like I usually barely get a full charge, if I get a full charge. Luckily, I'm usually like at 20% when I start using one of these, and then I'll use it for like a half hour while I'm doing shit. And I'll take my phone off, and I'll be at like 30% maybe, because I was using my phone. Like, it just doesn't have enough juice when you're doing wireless charging to charge your phone as you're using it. If you're not using the phone, it'll charge it a little bit better for sure. But, you know, we're on our phones like all the damn time, as everyone knows. So it's definitely better to just have something that can pump out more juice. And 20 watts is pretty much, I think iPhones max out at around there somewhere, unless something's changed recently. But I think that's going to be it, guys. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about. I bought some Anker power strips. Now, this is sort of a side note. I was just kind of buying I was buying that Ethernet cable and the hub, and I ended up looking at these things. And let me show you. Anker power strip. I just fell in love with this thing. So I bought this one right here. Let me make sure it doesn't have like my address or anything. Yeah, I know you want me to connect to that AirTag. So you can see here, last purchased November 22nd. I just bought this thing. I have it under my desk right now, at the desk I'm using. It's for my recording desk. It's really sweet, guys. This thing has 240 watts of power, so I can plug in, you know, my laptop while I'm doing live streams. That's the plan. So now I have the Ethernet cable here, and I have this, so I can make sure I'm good to go during live streams. But it has two regular power outlets. Then it has 4 USB-Cs up front and 2 USB-As on the side. Now, it has some cool features. It connects to your Wi-Fi, and then you can control the outlets. So if you want to shut power off to a certain thing, you can. You can schedule shit. So, like, I don't know, if you wanted your lights on at a certain time, like you start work every day at blah, 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 you could actually set it up so that the lights kick on at 8 a.m. and then shut off at 5 when you're done. You know, you could use it as a reminder almost, like if you needed to, you know, get your kid from the bus stop like I do, at 3 o'clock, you could have your lights go out. And you're like, oh shit, okay, yeah, I gotta go. But the thing I like about it, this is just a weird little thing. It has these buttons as well for you to turn the power on and off, like a switch basically on the touchscreen or on the screen, not touchscreen. You could control all these with the app, right? That's a lot of, to me, that's like more work, really. I gotta get my phone out, I gotta go to the app, and then I gotta find it, and then I gotta hit the power button. I have it right under my feet, and so I can just kick off the power whenever I want. Like, let's show you. There, I'm cutting off the lights. So I have 2 studio lights above my recording desk, and I don't like to have those on all day, obviously, if I don't have to. But they have switches on their cords, but one of them's like in the corner of the, like behind the desk, and it's hard to reach, and I'm always knocking shit over when I go to turn it on. So I figure this is kind of nice. I can just use my foot, pop these lights on, and start recording. I know that's stupid, and it's just a little thing, but guys, it's all about the little things, you know? Now, this thing's like, what is it, $70 or $90? How much is this thing? It's expensive. $90. But, man, it's got a lot of juice, and it's got functionality, you know? I just think it's cool. So I bought one of those, and then I also bought the smaller version, which isn't as cool. Oh, this is the same one. No, where's the other one? Ah, here. So I bought this one too. This one's only $60. Now, this one doesn't have the Wi-Fi, which I don't need the Wi-Fi. It is cool that you can schedule shit. But it also does not have the power buttons. So you can't do the foot thing if you wanted to. You need the other one for that. And obviously, guys, there's plenty of other charging things that do stuff like that. This isn't the only option. It's just what I found and I thought was cool. The other thing I really like about these is they show you your output. So they'll show you how many watts are going to each outlet on there, which is kind of nice to know. Like this little one has 2 USB-Cs, 2 A's, and 2 AC outlets. It's a GaN charger. Both of them are GaN Prime, which that's what kind of makes them expensive. Plus, they have like a screen and shit. But like I can look at it right now, and it's telling me that there's literally 0.08. Now it's 0.17 watts. Like so, these lights barely pull any energy. And then it's probably just my charger over here that's not being used. That's, you know, fluctuating that tiny amount of wattage. But I tested it. I plugged in my laptop and it jumped up to like 90. You know, I had a phone charging. And so, you know, they can do a lot of stuff. And it helped me just organize my office a little bit better. So that's something you can check out. I'll put links to those as well if you're interested, guys. I also bought this on Amazon, mostly because I thought it looked cool. And I like the idea of having this wall port that also acts as a cable extender. So you get like an extension cord and, you know, a wall adapter, which is kind of nice when you're traveling. But the downside is it's fucking huge, you know. Like, I can use this giant thing, or I can literally use this, right? I can just slide this up, boom, and I have a USB-C right here. 30 watts, that should be plenty for pretty much anything I would need to do while traveling. Like, if I plug my 3-in-1 thing into here, I think there's a plastic cover I need to get up, yeah. If I plug my 3-in-1 into this, 30 watts is absolutely plenty. I'm going to charge it overnight. So, you know, that's way more than I even need, honestly. But, you know, that's good that it has 30 watts. They do make another one of these, I think, that's a little bit different. Maybe it's for a different location, or I forget. There was some. Oh, no, I think there was one that had a USB-A and a USB-C or something, which is probably what I would have went with, but I don't know why I chose this. This also does have a little piece that comes up. Where is it? Here. So you can slide that up, and then you have a 3-prong if you need it for some reason. So compact, really good for travel. And it is a GAN charger. GAN pocket travel adapter. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's all the random tech stuff that I have for you today, guys. I just thought I would do that for kind of Black Friday coming up. In case you guys needed some ideas for stocking stuffers or, not even Christmas gifts, maybe just stuff for yourself, I like to buy little gadgets and gizmos whenever I can. So let me know if you guys have any questions on these things. I'll put links to everything I can down below. If you use the links, it helps the channel, of course. If you don't, doesn't bother me. It's totally up to you guys. I enjoy checking this stuff out, using it. This is all stuff that most of it I bought, honestly. And then there's the rolling square stuff that was sent to me. So, yeah, I love you guys. I really do. I hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving. I hope if you're looking for stuff on Black Friday that you get it, whatever it is. Don't wait in lines. That's stupid. Spend time with your family. Don't camp out. And I'm sure I'll see you in a live stream soon. I do think we're going to do a live stream Friday. I think Black Friday I'll do it. And maybe I'll do it Thursday. I'm not sure yet. But I'm going to give away 3 Olight Arc Pros. They offered to supply them. So I'll do a giveaway, and then I'll just get your info, give it to them, and they're going to ship out. I think you get to choose which Arc Pro you want. So pretty cool stuff. So stay tuned for that live stream. And yeah, love you guys. Stay safe. And I'll catch you later. Peace.